overall event championship. The bracket has been determined by the results from last night's racing competition. Who's ready for Monster Jam Racing?
Yes,
he did. In the yellow lane, racing from Maumee, Ohio, it's Charlie Bumpkin, Monster Buck. In the gray lane from Dillon, Michigan, it's Great Champion Al Turloka. We've got a head-to-head showdown there with the highest winning percentage in Charlie Bumpkin on the young season versus Great Champion who has yet to take a racing win. Something's gotta give. Let's go green! In the green lane from Lafayette, Louisiana, LeGrand, Caleb Blood, Soldier Fortune. Vendetta has a 4-5 racing record. Soldier Fortune with a 3-5 racing record. Each one of these great competitors trying to win their first Monster Jam racing competition on the young season. But it's all going to start right here in round 1 in Anaheim. They can build on a victory here and try to move on into round 2, eventually on to the semis and compete for 12 points that will put them in position for a potential overall event championship. Take a look at the starting line. You can see the paperclip track, and there you can see our staging lights. That light tree, what we're looking for across the board is 4 amber lights. When 2 amber lights are illuminated, that tells the drivers they can fire those trucks up and approach their starting lines. When you see 4 amber lights across the board, that means they're on their starting line and we are about to go green. That's what we're looking for this race and each and every single race here in Monster Jam Racing. You can see them on either end of the stadium depending on where you're sitting. That's what the drivers are looking at. That's what you should be looking at too.
Over there. See where that is right there? Oh no, it's here. That's what it was.
Remember, Monster Jam fans, they are Soldier Fortune approaching her starting line, Vendetta firing up and inching closer and closer to kicking off this round 1 matchup. Let's go green! the gray lane, racing out of Frederick, Maryland, Preston Perez in Axe. Preston Perez 0 for 5 so far here in the racing competition. Looking to grab his first win, standing in his way, Paul Jensen of Jurassic Attack. Young Preston Perez has impressed all season long, but he's had a little bit of bad luck here in racing. Can he turn it around, or will Paul Jensen be moving on in round 2? Let's go green!
And Jurassic Attack and Axe with Jurassic Attack going ahead into round 2. Who's ready for more Monster Jam racing?
Coming up next in the yellow lane from Columbus, Michigan, the owner of yesterday's fastest racing pass, Giancola Avenger. Returning from round 1, he's got the highest racing winning percentage. Let's welcome in Charlie Pocken, Monster Mud. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching over 59 years of combined Monster Jam experience on the track right here, right now, but only one can move on. Let's go green! These two battled it out all weekend for the freestyle victory last week, and now they're going head-to-head. In the gray lane, advancing from round 1, it's Caleb Lund, Soldier Fortune. Two great competitors looking to move on to the semi-final round. But just like Highlander, there can only be one. Who will it be? Ryan Anderson, Caleb Lund, let's go! In the yellow lane from Itasca, Illinois, 2017 Rookie of the Year, Captain Murphy, Bakugan Dragonoid. In the gray lane, advancing from round one, it's Paul Jensen, Jurassic Attack. Captain Murphy was last night's racing winner. He has the fastest average racing pass all season. He looks to continue that here and try to earn another trip to the semifinals. Standing in his way, Paul Jensen, representing Team Throttle Monster, looking to make it to the semis for the first time this year. Let's go green! We've got one racing finalist, we need one more, but Anaheim, I want to know who here in the house is rooting for Bakugan Dragonoid. And now, make some noise if you want to see Son of a Digger take the win. We have a showdown of the two fastest average racing times in the Stadium Championship Series Yellow, but only one of these amazing superstars will move on for a chance to face Charlie Pocket and Monster Mud. Let's go green! We started out with 12 of the absolute biggest superstars in our sport, and now we are down to the fastest two on the road to Monster Jam World Finals 21. The winner of this race is going to earn the first 12 points towards the overall event championship. Are you ready to meet your final contenders? Coming up first, 2010 Freestyle World Finals champion, Charlie Pocket, Monster Mud.
Oh yeah. Shut the hell up.
He'll be going head-to-head with the two-time World Finals champion, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. Two amazing competitors, highest winning percentage for Monster Mud in racing, second fastest average time for Son of a Digger, and you just saw he was under 19 seconds. We'll see who's going to win. Anaheim, let's go racing! What a huge win for Ryan Anderson. He gets a little bit of bad luck there with a 5-second penalty, but then he gets to come back. He makes the most of that opportunity. We're going to have the opportunity and the option to either complete two-wheel maneuvers or one attempt at a Monster Jam donut. Some of the things you might see during this competition, of course, a donut, but you might see a stoppie, you might see a classic like a sky wheelie, you might even see a moonwalk or a bicycle all during this competition.
Fans, you now have the chance to score some of our favorite Monster Jam superstars right here today. It's super easy. Just take out your smartphones, go to DungeonZone.com. Don't forget to put in the code ANA and hit that submit button for 20 seconds.
Wait, where is?
Only have 20 seconds on the clock.
Oh, that's alright. I forgot you went in there.
Remember, the Monster Jam truck with the highest average score submitted by you will be the winner. Now, who's ready for the Great Clip Skills Challenge?
Coming up first, it's that crazy move for Chicken El Turloco. Remember, it was last weekend in San Diego that Greg Champion had an absolutely insane run in the Great Clip Skills Challenge where he barrel rolled and saved it. We'll see what he's got up his sleeve here in Anaheim.
I want to see the crash.
Big sky wheelie in
Monster Jam fans, this is your very first opportunity to score. Go to DungeonZone.com right now. You only have about 15 seconds on the clock before scores are locked in. Make sure you hit that submit button as soon as possible.
After this run and every single run during this competition, you can always check out the Super Blue to the Action replay for a reminder as you were locking in those scores in attempt number one. We saw Toro Loco go off the single log for the sky wheelie. And right there, it looked like he was going for the stoppie. He couldn't quite get it. Maybe the dirt broke away a little bit over the long jump. But either way, you locked in those scores, and there you see 4.2 second time.
I mean, technically it is.
he twisted around and lands it. Wasn't enough to give him the top spot. Warrior was so creative, so innovative behind the wheel of Megalodon. He's looking for his first skills challenge win of the year. Will he put himself in position? There's the score to beat. El Toro Loco, 4.272. And the score for Megalodon is... Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new welcome in Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Wasn't enough to take over that top spot? Let's find out up on the video board. A 6.392, enough for third place. Not enough. behind the wheel of Axe, and you saw why right there. That bicycle, an incredibly difficult move to execute, and he absolutely nailed it. But was it enough to give him the lead? Let's find out. We get a nice look at Preston Perez inside Axe. There's your score to beat, 7.930, and the score for Axe is...
Oh, wait, no.
We have another new leader, Preston Perez, 8.013. From his teammate Preston Perez. Preston has known Jim for a very long time. Wasn't enough, not quite enough, 6.1. With good reason. Check out the air he gets here on the super glued to the action replay. Last week, he jumped way over Gravedigger during the freestyle competition. I'm not sure if he got quite that much air right here, right now, but an unbelievable sky wheelie from Barry Moosauer. Wasn't enough to take over that top spot. Let's find out. Axe 8.013. And the score for Zombie is...
Yep.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new leader, podiums in a row, Ryan Anderson, son of the Digger. for son of the digger is... We have a new leader, Ryan Anderson takes up. Nice combination move right there from Paul Jensen.
Give it up for Paul Jensen in Jurassic Attack. Go ahead to DuckZone.com right now and make sure you slide that tire number down to your favorite number. You only have about 10 seconds before scores are locked, so make sure you can submit before scores close.
Great run from Paul Jensen behind the wheel of Jurassic Attack. The super glue glued to the action replay right there tells the story. That first attempt was really the top one that you want to look for. He gets big air over the pod and then he's able to land it on the front two tires. Wasn't enough. don't like a particular ramp, the way that it's holding up, and you saw it on the first hit. She was not really able to stick on those front two tires. Much better attempt trying a different ramp in the second hit. Will that translate into a top score? Let's find out up on the video board. Not quite enough, 6.046 for Kayla Blood. Your score to beat will continue to belong to Ryan Anderson. Coming up next, it's Camden Murphy. down on those front two tires. And then I think the second attempt was even more impressive because not only does he hold it up, he moonwalks it across the ramp and across the arena pod. But will it be enough to take the top spot away from Ryan Anderson? There you see it, son of a digger, 9.353. And the score for Bakugan Dragonoid is...
Oh!
9.65.
That's what I thought.
Give it up for Tommy Hawkins and Monster Munch. Score during the skills challenge, so make sure your scores are locked.
I didn't even see that.
Charlie Hawkins spent a lot of last year outside of his home on a practice vehicle that he customized himself, working on two-wheel maneuvers just like that. The bicycle, the stomping, the moonwalk. So who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Wasn't enough, though, to give him the lead. He has been knocking on the door of a skills challenge win, but will he be able to walk away with one here? I'm not quite sure. He's dealing with a big number. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been told by the Monster Jam officials that Charlie Pocket and Monster Mutt have been disqualified from the Great Clips Skills Challenge. He will not receive a score here this afternoon, and that means that your winner will be Kathy Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid. Coming up first, here she comes, Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune. KO leaving some time on the clock here in the freestyle competition. Not necessarily the way she would have wanted to go out. You can see right there, she just pushed it a little too hard around that turn. and she winds up on her side. It seemed as though she was destined to roll over because she came shooting out for this freestyle competition, but you can see it really didn't affect her score. The fans here in the middle. Let's get back into the freestyle competition, this time with Mike Christensen and Vendetta. The time frozen on the video board. Plenty of time left for Mike Christensen and Vendetta. Only just getting started. Let's see if we can help fire them up a little bit inside the truck. Let's make some noise for them, Anaheim. Looks like he couldn't quite get enough rotation on that backflip. And you can see during that run, maybe Mike Christensen didn't have all the horsepower he needed. It looked like that truck was underperforming just a bit. Right there, you can see the approach. He couldn't quite get the rotation, didn't have all of the oomph that these Monster Jam trucks need to execute that backflip. Let's see if it was enough to give him the top spot either way. Soldier Fortune, 7.847, and the score for Vendetta is a great score nonetheless. Interesting. Good time. Man, check out that super glued to the action replay for Jurassic Attack. Paul Jensen almost with a spectacular save. It looked for a moment like he had saved it, but then maybe guessed it a little bit too much or not enough. I don't know. I'm not in the cab of that Monster Jam truck, but he winds up on his side. Wasn't enough in that short run to give him the top spot. Your score to beat, Soldier Fortune 7.847, and the score for Jurassic Attack is not quite enough. Wow. Let's see if that was enough to give him the top spot. Score to beat Soldier Fortune 7.847. And the score for Megalodon is...
Like 9.
El Toro Loco. check in your score to beat. Not quite, 6 points. JudgesZone.com. Just a few seconds remain to lock in those scores. You saw the big backflip, and that is an enormous score to beat right now. Megalodon 9.622, and the score for Monster Mutt is 8.632. That'll land Charlie Potter. score to be. Megalodon 9.622. It's been hanging on for a while. The score for Zombie is 9.08. Here he comes, Monster Jam fans. It's Preston Perez. Replay shows that big donut that he sort of opened up his rod with. The truck definitely not cooperating with Preston Perez. Maybe broken rear steering, hard to tell. But the truck definitely not doing everything he wanted it to do during that run. So the fact that he filled the entire 2 minutes valiantly is something that should be commended. But as you can see, it reflects in his score 5.866.
seconds left on the clock, so slide that BKT tire and hit submit.
Tyler Menningham with a very good freestyle run, but it looked like that backflip attempt was ill-fated from the beginning. You can see right there the nice combination move on the super glue to the action replay, where he catches it on the front two tires. But then he may have actually blown out another transmission on his backflip attempt, not able to get any kind of rotation. And there you can see 7.74. to give him the freestyle lead. Megalodon has been hanging on to that top spot for a long time. 9.622. And the score for Son of a Digger is... Man, the backflip ramp claims another victim. This time it's Camden Murphy and Bakugan Dragonite. We saw something similar happen to Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger on that same side of the ramp. We saw it even happen to Zombie and Mari Musauer, but he was able to save it. Not so much here for Camden and for Bakugan. Will it affect his score? Absolutely it will. 7.349. Here he goes. Two-time World Finals Freestyle champion. And how do you get that? Well, with moves like that, in moments like this, and let that man feel the love, wasn't enough to give Jim the win over his teammate Corey Rummel. Megalodon 9.622. The score for Avenger is...
Now that Megalodon has added 12 points to the total for the event, is that going to be enough for the championship?
We'll see the point totals on the board. 34 overall points, apiece in skills and freestyle, your overall event champion is...
Got it.
Ryan Anderson, son of a digger!
Congratulations! That's a twofer, isn't that right?
That's right, man. Anaheim, I gotta thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys supported my crazy old dad, Dennis Anderson. You made Gravedigger 40 years in the making because of you fans, and now you made me. So no matter what's going on, what the points are, I promise you one thing, the Diggers are on the track for you, baby. You guys have spent your hard-earned money for so many years to support us, so all we can do is give it back to you on the track. But I gotta ask you one more thing. We're the 40th anniversary of Gravedigger, and we're not gonna leave Anaheim like this. We got 2 more events coming up, so you better be back, and you better tell your friends to come out here, because it's gonna be a good time. And one more question, Anaheim. Who had a good time at Monster Jam tonight?